In this video, I'll go over how to add items to a course. So starting from the eReserves course page, you're just going to find your course. I think the easiest way to do this is just to type your own name in the instructor field, and then you can see the course I just created. On the far right, under Actions, you want to select the one with the pencil, and when you hover over that, you'll see that it says Edit Course Items. So go ahead and select that. For organizational purposes, you do have the option to create folders here, and that option is right here. You can do those for weekly readings if you want to separate by specific author, etc. But that's not mandatory, and it's fairly simple. You just name it and select the visibility dates, which I'll go over in a moment. Now, in order to add an item, we simply select the Add Item button and then create a new item. For creating the item, you may name it whatever you'd like. It can be the title of the document, or it can be as simple as Week 1 Reading. If you'd like to add a description, you may do that, but it is not required. Passwords are not needed on the item level. If the item is from a web page, you can put the item URL in the next line, and if you have an attachment file, you attach it here. If you did assign folders, this is where you would decide which folder to put it in, but again, that's not necessary. And the visibility dates. If you'd like an item to only be visible for a short while, you may select specific visibility dates. This would be used if, say, you wanted something only visible for 2 weeks of the semester or for 1 month of the semester. You would choose that in this option here. Again, this isn't mandatory, but that is just something else you can customize. As you can see on the right side of this dialog box, there's an option called Type. This is where you select the type of material that the document is. So it can be a book or a chapter, an article, a website, a personal file, whatever it is, you do need to select it and fill out the complete bibliographic information. This is mandatory as bibliographic information is necessary for copyright compliance. Once you have all the information in this dialog box filled out, go ahead and hit Save, and then you can see the item has been added to your course. If you know the document you're looking for is being used elsewhere in the eReserve system, you may choose to reuse an existing item. To do this, you still go to the Add Item that we used earlier, but instead of hitting Create New Item, you're going to select Reuse Existing Item. Once you're here, you go ahead and search for the item by title. We're going to go ahead and use this Health Science Library Information Desk for this example. If you choose this option, make sure you check the box at the bottom that says Make a copy of this item. This way, if something happens to the original, your copy will still exist in your course. This also means that any changes made to the original will not be made to your copy, so that's something to keep in mind if you choose this option. Once you're done, hit Save, and then you can see that that reused item is now in the course. If you have any questions about how to add items to your course, please contact the Reserve Desk at 882-6038.